Is it too soon to say happy holidays? Because I'm saying it anyway. Happy holidays. It is the season for giving and for giving, but today I'm gonna talk about giving. We're in November now. A lot of people like to give things, you know, be generous and kind during the holiday season, and I feel like the 1st of November kind of marks the beginning of that time. And so today I wanted to talk a little bit about ways to give. The holidays are coming up and we're all thinking about how we can be generous to our friends, to our family, and even to strangers. And so I wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit because I have some thoughts and some ideas, and I would appreciate any suggestions that you guys come up with, anything that you guys like to do during the holidays to be generous, to be kind, to, you know, sort of spread that holiday cheer and joy and generosity. Leave it in a comment. I'd love to hear it. I'd love for you to share it. I think that's really cool. One of the things that I know is really common for people to do during the holidays is like when you go through a coffee drive-through, you pay for the person behind you. And I have some problems with that. Like sometimes the person behind you is buying 6 coffees to take to work, and I, like, no offense to that person or to you guys, I don't like paying for 6 coffees at a time. If they've got 1 cup of coffee, I don't mind that. But it's also, like, it gets expensive, and we've all had kind of a tough year or two. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just finishing school, and I've been really fortunate and I don't have a bunch of student loans, but I just like to be a little bit money conscious, and so there are ways that you can be generous without spending a whole lot of money, and I do want to talk about those for most of this video. That's what I'm going to be focusing on, just because that's the way that I like to do it. I think that sometimes throwing money at a problem makes it go away, and sometimes throwing money at a problem isn't always the best solution. I think sometimes you can have really great experience or encounter with somebody even if you don't spend a whole lot of money on the experience. So I want to talk about some ways you can give that doesn't cost you much of anything or is even free. So I want to start with those. You can volunteer your time. You can volunteer to help in an animal shelter, cook in a food kitchen. There are lots and lots of volunteer opportunities, particularly during the holidays. I'm sure that there are lots and lots of options for you. Look locally, but that's one way that you can donate something, is you can donate your time. You could also, if you don't have time, I know a lot of people are struggling to find time, you know, so if you don't have time to donate, maybe you could donate food to a shelter, and not just like canned goods, but donating turkeys for a Thanksgiving dinner for a shelter or a food bank or something. I think donating food is a great way to do that. If you do have a lot of, you know, like canned goods in your pantry, if you had company over and you bought, I don't know, juice and they never drink it and you want to get rid of it out of your house, that's something you could do with it, is you could take it to a food bank. So that's a way to, you know, get something out of your house and also give it to someone who might need it. Invite your friends over for dinner. Let's say you've got a friend that, you know, you don't spend a whole lot of time with, or you don't really seem to make a priority the rest of the time. The holiday season is a really great time to reconnect with those people, and you don't have to invite them over for specifically Thanksgiving or Christmas. But if you just have a family dinner with those people on some random Tuesday or some random, you know, Sunday night, it's a way to reconnect with those people and to make them feel like they're a priority in your life. I just think that reconnecting with people during the holiday season is really important. You could send letters or postcards, or even like if you want to be eco-conscious, you could send an e-card to these people. If they live really far away, it's really hard to invite them over for a meal. So you could do a Zoom meeting or a FaceTime call. You could set up some sort of gathering, if it's in person or if it's virtual. I just think that spending time with the people who are important to you or that have kind of fallen to the wayside a little bit in these chaotic times, or even in just, you know, regular life, you know, you see them when you need to, but not as much as you would like to. I think making them a priority is a really good way to spread holiday cheer and to be kind and generous during the holiday season. I want to go back and touch on things that you can donate. I know I talked about donating food. I want to talk about donating hair. My hair is all up here, wadded up because I washed it and I never blow dried it or anything, so it just kind of looks like a wet mop or a dry mop most of the time. I am currently growing my hair out. I have donated my hair 3 times to Wigs for Kids, and the last time I did it was in February of 2020, and I think the way that it's growing, I think I'm going to be able to donate it again next year in 2022. I'm really excited to donate my hair. I shaved my head when I was in college for a fundraiser for a cancer center, and it was a life-changing experience for me. It was a life-giving experience for me. It changed my perspective a lot, and now I kind of have an idea of how people feel when they don't have hair. And you know, it's one thing to shave your head and to want to have that look, or to want to be like that, look like that. It's another thing entirely when it's against your wishes, it's not your choice. And so donating my hair to be made into a wig for a kid who has cancer or who is suffering with alopecia, hi, I've got company now. I think that donating hair is something, you grow it every day. I mean, I'm lucky enough to grow it every day, and I don't like having really long hair because it's heavy and it's hard to wash and you have to do stuff with it. So donating my hair is something that's really important to me. It's something I've done for a long time, and I used to do Locks of Love, and then I heard about Wigs for Kids, and I really think that they do something really great for those kids. So that's my charity of choice when I donate my hair. So I'm not telling you to grow your hair out. I'm also not telling you to shave your head or to cut all your hair off, but I am telling you that that is an option, and that is something that you could do if you know, felt inspired. Other things you can donate. Let's say you've got a lot of blankets in your house that you would like to get rid of, or some old clothes that are too small or not your style, some clothes that your kids grew out of, shoes are the same way. Donate them to a shelter or to a charity that's going to do something good with them. Don't just throw them away unless they're actually beyond the point of wear. We like to make something that we call survival sacks. We keep a couple in each car. Generally we put it in like a Walmart grocery bag, or if we have a backpack or something, we'll put them in there. But we give these out to people on the street who are suffering from homelessness. So we'll put some water in there and some food in there, maybe a little bit of money in there. Sometimes we'll even put shoes or a blanket or some like little cans of sunscreen or bug spray in there. We have put reusable water bottles in there before. Another thing that you could stick in there if you don't live in Florida. I mean, we live in Florida, so bug spray and sunscreen come in handy. If you live somewhere where it gets cold, the sunscreen is still important, you know, to protect your skin from the sun. But like hot hands, those packets that keep your hands warm, socks are always appreciated, it seems like. But, you know, just think about what those people might need, and we like to put it in a, like I said, a bag, and we keep them in the car so that when we see someone in need, we can just roll down the window and hand it to them, because the last thing those people need is exposure to, you know, like COVID or anything else that we might be carrying, like flu, because it is flu season. So we try to keep those encounters short but also meaningful. So, you know, being able to just give them the bag of stuff that they might actually need or will be able to use, I think is really important. Be neighborly. I feel like a lot of people, most people probably have neighbors, people they live near or people that they interact with a lot. And so this is the perfect time to be neighborly. Offer to mow your neighbor's yard, offer to help decorate for Christmas, offer to shovel snow, or even if you know that they have travel plans during the holidays and you're planning to stay home, offer to house sit for them, check the mail. If they have pets, you could offer to take care of their pets while they're gone if you don't have allergies. But being neighborly, I think, spreads a lot of positivity, and I am a firm believer that positivity breeds more positivity, and so being kind and generous just makes for a really happy neighborhood. Think of your church leaders or your public servants, such as your police department or your fire department. Even taking, I don't know, a case of Gatorade in there to those people, or if you make a cake, or if you want to have lunch sent to them by Jersey Mike's, I don't know what you're gonna do, but thinking of those people and your church leaders, I think, is a great way to tell them that you're thinking of them and that you include them in your thoughts and your prayers and they're important to you. I think in all things and all the time, not just during the holiday season, we should work on being more kind, being gracious, being grateful, thankful. Like I said, I think positivity breeds positivity. And so I think thinking every day, I'm so grateful for this or to this person, I think is gonna put you in a great mindset. And I think that it makes for a happier world. And we all want that, don't we? Write kind reviews, positive reviews. Leave good reviews on, if you, like, let's say you go to a hairstylist, leave a review for them. Promote them on social media. Let's talk about like local restaurants or local small shops. I think saying this, you know, they're doing a great job, I think that helps them a lot, and it helps people who are looking for a good place to eat or a good place to get their, you know, pedicures done. I don't know, but I think that that always helps those people, and I'm sure that they all appreciate it. Now this one is a little bit, I want to say personal, but it's not just for me. This one is for all of the YouTube creators out there. And I do want to do a video talking about like ways you can help YouTube creators. Allow ads to run. Now, I know a lot of channels will have ads that are not skippable, but if you have a creator that you really like, that you want to support, allowing an ad to run on their channel for up to 30 seconds really helps creators out. I'm saying this because it helps me. And so if you let an ad run for 30 seconds, you can skip it after that, but because I don't get anything after 30 seconds. But what I'm saying is, if you want to help a YouTube creator and you don't know how, you can promote them on social media, you could share them with your friends, you could watch their videos. That always helps, is to watch, but allowing those ads to run really does help us as creators. So now let's talk a little bit about ways that you can help, or you can be kind, or you can be generous that might cost a little bit of money, you know? That's the truth of it. Not everything is free. So other ways that you can participate in the holiday spirit: tip generously when you eat out at a restaurant. Those people are on their feet all day. They work really hard. They have a lot of demands. Tip generously. And even when you're getting your hair done, or when you're getting a pedicure, or when you're having a service performed for you, tip generously. It's kind. It's the nice thing to do. You should do that all the time, but especially during the holidays. Support local restaurants. Support local shops. Shop small. Avoid the chains if you can. I know it's really hard to avoid Walmart, but if you can, shop local or shop small. Shop on Etsy. Supporting small shop owners, supporting small like local restaurants really helps your community, because you're, you know, helping your own microeconomy. It's important and it's cool and it's fun and it's interesting and it's unique. It's not going to Chili's for chips and salsa that you could get anywhere in the United States, you know? I do have one other suggestion and then I'm gonna stop talking. I did kind of mention shopping, small shopping on Etsy. Do it now. I know we're very early November. Shop now, because it's gonna be a while until you get stuff, and unless you can wait for things to come to your house, I would suggest doing your shopping as soon as possible. Don't wait till the last minute to order anything, because I just don't think it's ever gonna come in time, and it's never gonna come when it says it will. So that's my suggestion. So that's it, that's all I've got. I wanted to talk a little bit, or a lot, depending on how you see it, about ways that you can be generous that may not cost you a fortune, and it's not as impersonal as buying the stranger's coffee behind you in the drive-thru. I'm not saying you can't do that, you can, that's cool. I just think it's impersonal, and I think that there are better ways to be generous during the holiday season, and I'm really excited about this year, this holiday season. I think that it's gonna be so fun to connect with people and to be generous and be kind, and I think the holiday spirit is just flowing in me, and I'm so excited. So from me to you, I just wanted to say happy holidays. Go out there and be kind, spread positivity. You guys will see me in another video really, really soon.